Hi, it's Jasmine. You know, that girl who did you know what way before the internet ever existed. Join me and my special guest every week as we talk about anything and everything because nothing is too taboo. So punch your ticket and get on board the crazy train with me, Jasmine St. Clair. All aboard!
Okay, wait, did you just say they're either good looking and bad people? Did you just say that?
I said Pilates, like people in LA, they're either extremely good looking and gay, unavailable, or they're just dirtbags. You know what I mean? Or they're married.
Married bitches. That's the thing. When they are married, it's like, yeah, then it's like, yeah, but he's actually good. You know, it's a shame, but it's so, isn't it weird? It's like all of a sudden I thought someone that was super hot before. I even said he was hot in my podcast when I was talking to Missy Hyatt. It's like today, I don't think he's that hot. I don't know. Whatever. I'll change my mind tomorrow.
Wait, wishy-washy on the taste.
Right? Why? I don't know what it is. Like, what is it with our brains, Lisa? I just like,
I just, for me, it's be able to have a conversation and sense of humor. I think is number one in women. Don't you think? Makes them hot or no?
Yeah, I guess so. But like the guy, I'm like, oh, I just don't know. Whatever. Oh, I know what it was. I'll tell you what it was. You ready?
Yeah, it's like
You're
from
love
your
this.
league.
You're like, yeah, you're onto something super genius. Okay, I love that. Oh, I like that glass.
And a fan made that for me. Kendall Dunn, shout out to Kendall Dunn, made this for me, and it took him 2 weeks. And isn't that cute?
I love it. Who made it?
His name is Kendall Dunn. You can follow him on Twitter and Instagram. Took him 2 weeks to make it, but he got it. You know when you go to Comic Cons and our Wrestle Cons and stuff like that, they bring you a gift. And I was like, how am I going to bring this back? I cannot do this carry on. But isn't that cute?
Because you could. Oh yeah. No, he posted a photo of himself on Instagram where he was working on a roof, and then it's like, if you need a roof done, call me. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, you were hotter before, and I'm not trying to be materialistic, but you were hotter and more mysterious before until I see you with like this shirt on. I don't know, whatever. That's really bitchy, but thanks for coming on.
Huh? Normal time, like normal, like you see their shoot job and you're like, oh, is that what you do? It kind of devalues it a little bit.
Yeah, right. So does that mean I could bone my my plumber? Not that I want to, but I'll say this: in Europe, the cops are hot and the handymen are even hotter.
Really?
I was banging when I was in Norway. I started hooking up with this guy, and he was he did something with locks or something like that. He was really cool. But yeah, we were hooking up for a while. Then something happened. I forgot what it was.
This was not Holland, the Holland guy.
No.
That couldn't handle you being in this business and going, I can't believe you.
Oh, that was another Norwegian. That was Olav. Yeah, Olaf, he just fucking, I gotta wish him a happy birthday soon. Now, we had this talk about when people talk to us, it's all the same questions, but I do have to ask you one question that is wrestling related, or a couple.
That's fine.
You were in all the different developmentals, like OVW, MCW, and UPW, right?
Yes, all three of them. Yeah.
What was the difference between them besides geographic?
Okay, UPW was there was not very many women there. There were a lot of the guys that made it, and Jerry Lawler is the one that said you need to come to MCW to Memphis. And he goes, it's a little bit more old school style, and there's still people that's been doing indies for a long time. And I went there and I was like, oh my God, I didn't know how to grapple. I only knew how to bump and run the ropes at UPW. And then I went to MCW, Memphis. Then I started learning how to grapple. And I was like, hey, let's wrestle. And I go, I don't know how to wrestle. You guys, I don't have a wrestle. I got accidentally in the business, but when I went to OVW, it changed. Everybody there was like Randy Orton, John Cena, Batista, Brock Lesnar, Shelton Benjamin. All these people made it at OVW. And I think the teachers, like, I was trained under Jim Cornette, Danny Davis, Jerry Lawler, Regal, let's see, Jerry Lynn. God, I had amazing teachers, but everyone got better and better and better. You know, and I think you need to go to a school with not with just beginners. You know, you have to be in the ring like with other people that know more than you, because they can lead you and then teach you how to lead. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was in all developmentals, girl. Yeah, moved. Lived in shitholes. But I thought I was being tested. You know how you always think you're being tested, being in wrestling, going, well, I'm supposed to go through this because they want to see how badly I want it. You know, crazy.
Yeah, those are like, I mean, in MCW, it wasn't that bad, but I loved working with Steve Regal. He's really a delight to work with. And I feel as though today they lack so many of the old school mannerisms. Like, I'm surprised when people shake their hands in the locker room with me. That's the first thing you should do, is shake someone's
Exactly.
hand. And
Okay.
I just remembered, I'm like, oh, these kids are trained properly. Duh.
Yeah, and but when I went to TNA from WWE, I went to TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever. I went to everybody. Hi, my name's Lisa. You know, I introduced myself, my real name, and they were like, and I think Christopher Daniels yelled, "Lisa, you don't have to do that here." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just being polite." And then I just did a big wave. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa. I'm new to TNA. Thank you for having me. That kind of stuff. And I was like, I felt awkward. I was like, "What? Oh my god." I felt like pointed out for being old school trained. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's respect. I honestly believe that that should be done still to this day. Shaking everybody's hand. It's just, even in normal world, not even in wrestling, in normal world, if you don't know each other, freaking introduce yourself.
Yeah,
Right?
look at the age we're living in. I mean, this is the age we're living in, is this type of thing. And people don't do anything, you know, and this is how they meet. And to, I mean, to put about manners, let's do that for a second. I was in the metro, it was in Paris, and these young guys were there. They wouldn't even give up a seat for an elderly woman.
What?
Yeah, and I said something to one of them. I don't think he was from Paris. They're from somewhere else, because I could pick up on the accent. I called him a bitch.
Oh my gosh. You know what? When I'm the first to get up for an old lady to
Me too.
sit down and to help her with the bags. And they got just recently, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I don't know, it's all blend. This guy goes, way to make me look bad. I go, I was right in front of you. I can help her with her bags. I go, but you didn't see her. So I just went to go help her. She was like 4 foot, like 3'9". I never seen a short girl that short.
Yeah.
And I was like, I go, here, let me get it for you. She's like, thank you. And he goes, way to make me look bad. And I go, well, you didn't look back. I'm like, you know, like it's just, my goodness, unbelievable. Like, cause I'm very old school. Like, you open the door for a lady, and you know, it rarely happens, but pull the seat out, which that'll win me over every single time. I know it's all this. And I didn't tell you this. There's a movie on Netflix called Social Dilemma. Watch that.
Okay.
Okay. I have a rule after 5 p.m. I love how you take notes, because I was taking notes. I have a notepad still from our other conversation.
Yeah,
But
love it.
I did too. Social Dilemma. There's no rule. Like, I have a rule, no, after 5 p.m. my time, California time, no phone. And then weekends, very minimal, unless I'm promoting my show or my whatnot that I'm doing, you know, remember that auction thing I was telling you
Yeah,
about?
then I have to ask you for the app. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. And guess what? I did it this past weekend. Jasmine, still second time. It didn't work. And then a fan DM'd me, if you want to FaceTime me, I can walk you through it. He goes, my wife is here and she said I can call you. And I was like, okay, he has a wife. Okay, safety, right? I called him and we got it up and running in 10 minutes. But I was so frustrated by the time I started it that I was like, I just went through my items, and I have a phone call with him tomorrow, and I'll pass along your email, maybe to help you walk through it too. Because I asked him, could you be my moderator? You know, be in the chat and keep an eye on what's going on, since he already has it. He sells sports cards. You know,
Oh,
baseball
okay,
cards.
cool. That's
So he
good.
already knows how to do it. I don't. I don't. I thought I had it down. This is my second attempt, and I'm like I'm gonna do it again this Saturday. Girl.
Yeah, it sounds as complicated as Shopify. Like eBay is so much easier, but I don't like eBay. I think I'm the one that made eBay was like the wild, wild west before when I was heavy.
Yeah. I have an eBay, but it's like the dimensions, all the dimensions you have to.
Oh God.
It's just too much information, and like it's tedious. You know, I have a big cartel store. That's easy
Those
for
are
me.
easy.
That's easy.
That's easy. And they don't have, like, here's the thing. eBay used to be feedback was double-sided. Now it's very pro buyer. So before that, and probably because of me, one of the people that contributed to that, I had this guy, I was selling like vintage toys, vintage things like from the 40s and 50s. I had this vintage Betty Boop watch that I sold to some lady. Her eBay handle was love to love my dogs, right? She made a big freaking deal over an $8 battery because the thing was never removed from the box. So I gave her the $8. I'm like, sorry about that. Here, I didn't know it wasn't working. Here's $8. She left negative feedback. So
but that's our world. That is our world.
No, I got to tell you, I was able to take back. I wrote back.
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah, I left her a 1 star. I said, love to love my dogs, loves to make love to her dogs. She's so lonely. The only entertainment is a Betty Boop watch. eBay had me, like, they took the comment down. You know, I had a guy buying hand puppets from me named Ped Legs. So, you know, I had a field day with him. I called him Ped Legs, doesn't even have kids, and he's buying kids puppets. Whenever anyone left me bad feedback or threatened, I'd go after them. But yeah, it's a different world than when we were there doing like the Comic Cons, and it was easier, you know, and being you is a full-time job, right?
It is. It's exhausting. And we talked about this after we do a Comic Con or a WrestleCon or a WrestleCade or a big event. We come back and we're on our feet and we're not in character. We're just on. And and you get the same questions over and over and over again. And you're just like, you have to answer it very peppy. And like, it's like the first time you answered it. Right. And you're just like, you give so much to the fans that when you get home, nothing left for the loved one. You just want to veg out and like do a face cream, get rid because you've been wearing makeup all weekend and you don't want to break out and like try to figure out, you know, we still have a home life too, paying bills, you know, taking care of the family, like, you know, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Do you have kids? I didn't ever ask you. Do you have kids? I don't either.
I have a cat and I have a stuffed toy cat. But yeah, no, not have kids. But it's annoying because like so then you're in a relationship and these freaking like whatever you want to call them, I call them civilians. You're nicer than that.
Civs. Civs. That's what SoCal Val calls them. Civs.
SIVS.
Yeah, civilians.
Okay.
Yes, civs. Yeah,
so
just short.
Kids, I mean, they don't get it. Then they're like, oh, I said, okay, great. I just don't touch me. Oh, you don't want to be with me? What do you mean? What's wrong? I said,
You don't want to do anything.
No, you want a foot massage.
And you want to decompress and re-energize your battery because you just gave everybody else your whole energy. You know what I mean? And we give a lot of energy. We never want to let people walk away from our table. Oh man, she's a bitch. No, you want them to walk away going,
I'm a fucking bitch. Everyone.
No, I do. I care too much. This is my problem. I never learned that way. I was just like, but I'm like, let me give it all. And then I come home and he's like, are you mad at me? My boyfriend's like, are you mad? I go, no, man. I worked an 8-hour Comic-Con and then the next day was 7 hours. The next day was 6 hours. And then I had to hop on a plane and then get home and didn't have time to shower. I just go straight to bed, didn't even wash my face. And then the next day I sleep in and then I got to start the day all over again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that. It's emotionally draining, but like, let's just say it's a regular blue collar guy. They're not going to get that. All they understand is like waking up and going somewhere, whatever, you know, just that stuff. They don't get us or understand.
No. That's why it's hard to date now.
Like, yeah. And then they don't understand like, oh, you're getting a facial twice a month. You're doing this. I said, listen, do not get on my shit for this. Cause I do this all the time. I did it after. I've done it before you. I'll do it after you. And even after that, and even when I'm dead. So don't tell me about this facial because you should just be with a regular girl then.
Yeah. See, my boyfriend goes like, you don't need Botox. And I go, babe, you don't get it. For women in our industry, we're not allowed to age, get fat, wrinkle, get gray hair. We cannot show our age, and you get ridiculed. Oh my gosh, I remember when she used to be a badass, or man, she really gained weight and stuff. Like, God forbid us being human. You know what I mean? But we still, taking care of ourselves and our skin is part of our job. You know?
Yeah, I got gifted a lot of stuff. Now I got to ask you about, because what's your ethnic background? I like your widow's peak, by the way. I always remembered you from your widow's peak. I'm like, how does that bitch have a widow's peak? Like, how do I get one? But yeah, it's not.
I'm half Puerto Rican and half Eastern European, and believe it or not, Jasmine. Okay, when I was a little girl, I was it used to be a little bit sharper, like Eddie Munster, and I used to like put like shave it a little bit. My mom goes, what are you doing? My mom was born in Korea, raised in Japan, and she goes, don't shave that off. It's good luck in the Asian culture. And I was like, yeah, but I get made fun of this, you know what I mean? But now I guess it's like having a mole here and like a beauty mark and stuff like that. I appreciate it now because it prevented me to call my move the widow's peak. Sergeant Slaughter wanted to shave my head to be Demi Moore, G.I. Jane. And I go, hold on, I am not Demi Moore. I don't look like Demi Moore. If you shave my head, it's going to make me super insecure in the ring. And so I immediately called my finisher Widow's Peak. Sorry, I named it after my hairline. And that's the first time I said no, and the only time I said no in my career. Like saying, please don't shave my head. Come on. I mean, as it is, it's hard to be walking around being skinny enough and having perfect skin and the teeth, and like it's just exhausting to try to look pretty, to be right?
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, you get your hair done, and your hair is like, you've always had really thick, gorgeous hair. I remember that.
I had extensions back. I remember I used to have, like, when I first started, long hair down to here. Remember mane and tail? Do you remember mane and tail?
I remember that. Oh my God, I love that. Is that what you were using?
At that time, in 2000, and the shampoo and conditioner. The shampoo was too harsh, so I would use a gentle shampoo, and then the mane and tail was that conditioner that left a waxy.
I'm buying some.
I think the weight of the conditioner pulled it from the follicles and made it grow. I don't know. That's what I don't know. I don't know science on that part, but and then I got to WWE and they were like going, oh, we need to cut your hair. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. Okay. And then we're going to add highlights. We're going to do this, but you don't like, you're there as a character. You're like going, okay, this is coming from The Office. Okay. Do what you do. And now my hair is like down to here. Oh my, can I show you a product? I did it again.
Yeah, I have to.
You know what helped grow my hair really fast? Really fast. Hold on.
See, we're all guys, girls listening. We are product whores, and that is true. Everyone knows I'm a complete skin whore when it comes to like skincare. So Versed skincare is the best. Versed has like, it's all cruelty free, vegan, it's organic, but the stuff is really, you cannot use harsh things on your skin, but the stuff is so inexpensive. It's reasonable for like men and women. So Versed is like the way to go.
And I use Drunk Elephant. I use Drunk Elephant, but it's all natural and stuff like that. There's some like pads that I use that have salicylic acid. Like I do need to get, because I wear makeup. We do a podcast, right? So we're in makeup all the time. So I need to get that layer off of my skin. But I use this, it's by Drunk Elephant. I'm out of it. So it's called scalp scrub, and it smells like a little bit of vinegar, and you scrub it, you leave it on for 20 minutes and it opens your follicles. Okay. I don't have the bottle.
I want to know what's in it, because some of these places have an exfoliator, then you exfoliate your scalp.
Yeah,
guys, you could learn from this guy.
Yeah, and guys, I recommended it to guys because it opens it takes off the skin to seal, like when you get the receding hairline. And I was getting a receding hairline because I wear baseball caps all the time. But I got this product. I am not sponsored by this company. Mori.
Mori. Oh, okay.
I think it's Hindu, like it's not Native American, it's the other Indian. The lady has hair I saw it on Facebook, and you just spray it like this on like your roots like this, and I sent some to SoCal Val's husband and my boyfriend. They don't think they have receding hairlines, but they're like, I have thick full of hair. But then you start seeing receding. I go, you need to use it here, but it's all natural too. But I do that hair scrub from Drunk Elephant and scrub it, and you leave it on for 20 minutes. I leave it on for an hour, like whenever I'm about to shower. It's scrubby, and you can smell the vinegar, and it does take hair dye out a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So just be aware, like, because I was like, when I just dyed my hair 2 weeks ago, why am I having gray? But I think it does strip a little color out. But then I started using this, and my hair is down, like finally down to here.
Again, please. Could you flash it again? No, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna look for it.
I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored. I found them on Facebook because these girls this is how long my hair is now. Oh, well, hold on.
Wow. But your hair
but it was, remember I cut my hair super short back in the day, and it was not growing, and then I got extensions again, which tears your freaking hair out. And I'm just so lazy because my hair takes, to wash it, like it's too much because my hair's so fine and thin. So to wash it too much, it falls out. You know what I mean? But remember, we were talking about we're going through menopause.
Yeah.
And makes your hair thin, and it's brutal.
Well, yeah, but there's so many things like out there on the market. I don't think guys get that. They just either look really hot or they don't. So then like Nutrafol, all those things we use. But then it's also the compounded creams. I think guys should take compounded testosterone. So I was once dating this guy. He was old. He was like 38. And so I was only a few years older, but like
okay.
Yeah, he couldn't even, like, it was really bad because it's like sex was maybe once or twice a week, 3 times. It's like, what is his problem? And I'm calling like my best guy friend complaining. He's like, he's 38 years old, Jasmine. Give him a break. I'm like, oh, that's why people like the pool boy.
Wait, but 38, your testosterone doesn't go down that much. It's when you hit 50 as a man when your testosterone goes down. So maybe he had diabetes, like he could have had some other health problems.
Yeah.
Or childhood
trauma. Yeah. Well, I don't want to be having sex with a 51 or 50-year-old guy anyway. So that's like off the table. Seriously. Okay, I'm joking. There's some hot like dilfs. Have you ever, now there's the thing. So did you ever find it hard? Well, we're talking about dating on that topic. What are your thoughts on people dating who work within the same company? And what was that like? Like, were people allowed to have these relationships? Because I could see something going really south here and like, well, don't do this, don't do that. And it's like this whole.
I remember back in our day, you don't date amongst your own company because God knows, what if you break up? And then what if you have a storyline later? Awkward. But remember when you started watching Total Divas and all these girls are dating, like they're all dating each other, which I get because you're with each other 4 or 5 days a week, traveling together. Your person at home is not going to understand this. So you're going to have something in common and vent to the person you're traveling with. But I couldn't imagine working with somebody, coming home, doing laundry, and hey, do you want to go out to dinner? No, I'd actually like to be by myself because I've been with you the whole entire weekend. I am one that needs, we call it in my house, Lisa time. I need to be alone. I need to recharge and just do what I need to do. And I'm more functional when I'm alone, like to get business done, like get my store ready, like that, whatnot and stuff like that. I can't be distracted. Are you the same way too?
Well, sometimes, because then you wanted to spend a day at the spa and so forth. So it just, it varies. And, who knows?
That's a Jasmine time.
Yeah, it is
a spa day.
Yeah. Not the thing is, like, you go to spas, it's so generic when you go to places like Brooke Williams and so forth. And here's another thing. So yeah, I agree with you on that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Because that's a problem. And I've been around it. I've been party to that on the inside and outside of it. I've watched it fall apart as well. with that
Yes.
said, and like, I know this is a wrestling question. Did you
No,
ever
it's okay.
think women's wrestling would be where it is today? Because there are girls like gigging like up here, not on the
Yeah,
forehead.
we were talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you think about that? Because it's so, you would never think you'd see that at WWE. I don't think they're doing it there, but yeah.
Okay, so I had a hardcore match, actually a cage match in WWE, and it was the first one against Lita that was televised with WWE. And so I said, I was a heel. I asked, "Can I gig?" And they're like, "Do you know how to gig?" I go, "No, I don't. I don't." And I go, "Can the referee do it, or someone else do it for me?" And then I went. Fit Finley was in charge of the girls there. He goes, "Vince doesn't want you to gig." And I go, "Okay." So I go, "Can I go talk to him? I don't want to go behind your back and disrespect our agent, right? That's a no-no." And I went up to him and he goes, "Victoria, I really appreciate you wanted to gig." He goes, "No one wants to see girls bleed." And I'm actually glad I didn't gig. I tried to take it the hard way, which I didn't know how to do. I didn't know you're supposed to scrape your head against the gate, but I just hit it really hard and I got a lump. And I would have, my luck, I would have gigged like up here and not grow hair where my part is. But no girl, I like, you just told me that girls gig now, and it's shocking to me. I'll be honest with you. I don't, it was not allowed in my day for us. If we accidentally bleed, there you go. That's live TV. And then it happens unnaturally. But in our day, no gigging was like, yeah, I just, God, I mean, that's plastic surgery, man. What if you gig wrong and you're like, "Oh my God, how, like, my how am I, yeah, you look like a battered wife or something in the future."
Then
You're
that's
like,
like, Camille did
why
it.
do you want to have roast beef looking forehead?
Well, I think they go in the hairline. Like when Camille did it, I think it might have been up here, but you can't see anything, and she's very pretty. Then, like the guys, some of their heads look like Chinese road maps. It's painful just looking at it, like super painful. It's like, oh my God. But
Yeah.
you get used to it after a while and so forth. So it is what it is, and it's like, I don't know where it's going to go as far as extreme wrestling with that. I do like
It's
this.
difficult to watch. I don't like seeing, I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, like hardcore matches, and people are gonna to laugh at this because I did a lot of the hardcore matches and I was like, why me? But I guess I was never said no. And I was like, I was tough in the ring, but I was like, oh no, another hardcore match. Oh man. Because those matches, anything could go wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you're using stuff to hit you. You don't know if it's gonna accidentally tag you and that kind of stuff. Those weren't my enjoyable matches. I enjoyed the haha gaga funny matches, and to do the extreme matches, which was I was known for, but it wasn't my ideal of a good time.
I don't think
Jesse,
it's
I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. I was like I would go in about to vomit, pee my pants, get an upset stomach.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh my God, I just hope none of us like break a leg or just really get out of this okay. Because, like when I watch, when I watch it now, like the hardcore with the thumbtacks and stuff like that, Mickey James did one and she goes, I didn't watch the match. I told her, I go, I don't like seeing that. I don't like seeing thumbtacks stuck in the back of your back and stuff like that. That's not the art of wrestling, like there's an art to make it look real without really physically hurting each other. That's what professional wrestling is. Don't you think? It's a dance. You follow each other.
Yeah, it's a nice choreographed routine. It's really offensive when people say, "Oh, it's fake." It's like, no, jackass. Like what Steve Real once said, "Well, did you see his buddy hit the mat?" Yeah, you did. So how is that fake? You mean it's choreographed? And accidents happen all the time. But if you want to see if it's fake, then get in the ring. And that's very interesting what you said about Mickey doing that, because I remember I just started working with XPW again in April. So now if I hear like a light tube break in the street or something, it's not even a big deal anymore. It's like, oh, I hear this shit all the time. That's a light tube. It's not a glass, it's a light tube. Like, the different sounds, a shower glass breaking. I mean, they break shower glasses in the ring now. It's insane, but they make really good photos. And I don't know if this
or jumping off roofs and you're like going,
that's backyard wrestling. I don't know.
yeah, I hate it.
Who the
I
hell
hate it.
does that? Like, you
I
jump
don't
off a
know.
roof.
For $50, no, thank you. I want to be able to walk in my future. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, right? Yeah. And then also too, you
Exactly.
were saying about choreograph. Like, there's an art, like in my day, we were able to call a match. Like, we don't go move over move over move. You know, some of the spots are choreographed, like we're going, hey, I want to do this spot. Or we know how the beginning starts, we know what the cutoff spot is, we know what the finish is. And then what happens between, let the heel freaking lead it. You know what I mean? And you work together by saying, okay, that you listen to the fans. Oh, they're not getting it. I gotta turn it up. I am so sorry. I gotta turn up my punches on you. You know what I mean? It's just when fake term doesn't offend me so much anymore. I think they're getting confused by I do like the fact that I used to hate the word entertainment. It is entertainment, but we are actors that do our own stunts. We don't have a stand.
Yeah,
We don't do
exactly.
we don't have a stand-in, and we're praying to God we get through that stunt to complete the freaking show.
Exactly.
You know?
No, I
Yeah,
agree. There are a
it's
lot of
scary.
wrestlers. Well, no, there are a lot of wrestlers that were, what do you call it? They were doing stunts and so forth. So yeah, I mean, it's really just I don't know, it just irks me because just as an actress, I know, like, I ride motorcycles, and I know that there was, I forgot, it was like a few years ago, and the actress, she was afraid to ride a bike, and they're like, well, I said, no, I don't want to. I said, she can go fucking learn just like I did. And that's that. It's really simple.
You would have got paid to be that ride that motorcycle.
Yeah, and she's just like, I'm
Or
like,
you
no,
didn't like her. You didn't like her
no,
so
I
much.
just don't like the whole concept of it. Just, I guess maybe it's just one of those things, I'm like, no, let her go learn herself. I'm not gonna let her look cool because she's not cool.
The
She's
thing
like
is
a, yeah,
that we're in the wrestling business and we do it ourselves.
yeah,
And it's hard to hear somebody going, I'm not going to do that. And you're like, wow, I did that for 20 years. Wow, I never said no. Do I have to go through the table? Okay, I gotta go through the table tonight. Oh shit, I don't want to, but I'm not gonna sell it and to let people know I don't want to go through the table because I want to prove that I'm tough enough to do it. You know?
yeah. You never think you'd have these conversations as your younger self, which brings me to
You
the
said
next
you had
one.
two brothers, two older brothers.
No, I'm an only
Wait, do you
child.
have you're that's right. That's right. I remember this.
I have
I
family.
have three older brothers.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
I think both of us have in the family, you do it yourself and you're just taught to be tough.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to be self-sufficient in many ways more than one. And I think with wrestling, especially coming from an extreme background, it's really different. Now I like how you got started. I like your whole, I really have a lot of respect for China because I was telling you, like, kookaroo is the best thing in the world. And
Oh
nobody,
yeah.
if you've never had kookaroo in your life, you will never be like, you've missed out on some of the best food in the world. Like, I always got the chicken, the cream spinach, and the corn. It was right by the gym. That's where I met China. Now, I
Yeah.
know you said that she told you to send your stuff in, and you did. Then you ran into her catering. I mean, that's so
I
embarrassing.
got hired and I went up to her. Oh my God. Went up to her. I go, hi, um, my name's Lisa. I met you at Crunch Gym and you told me to send my stuff in. And I go, I got a contract. And then she asked me, what is your name? And I go, oh, I was so brokenhearted, but I'm sure she'd meet so many people. But then we became friends later on. You know what I mean? But you know how many people come in to try out and so many people that don't make it and they don't know what it is to be there. I'm sure they had a lot of ins and outs, and I'm not making excuses, but I was heartbroken. I really was heartbroken. And I was just, oh my God, yeah, but I get it. She meets a lot of people and she was very over, you know what I mean? But what was that other restaurant, Jasmine? And not Kookaroos. It was across the street. It was right down like one block from Gold's Gym.
One in Venice, what, Rose
In
Cafe?
Venice. What is it?
Rose Cafe.
Yeah, where they did the plain chicken, the broccoli, and
Yeah,
all.
they're still there, but it's like changed there. It's like Tent City, USA.
Oh, that's like
It's
San
so
Diego.
unsafe there. Like, if you want to get, you see,
Oh,
or like if you want to get feces on you or get someone piss on you or like mug you, that you can go there. It's a perfect place. But the thing I do respect about Golds is they do not let homeless people in there, which I think is appropriate because you pay for a membership. Hello. And I'm going to sound like a horrible asshole, but seriously, yeah. So you're paying taxes and everything, and you're going to let and you're paying for a membership. It was LA Fitness. And as a homeless person in the bathroom, I said something.
Oh,
"Well, you can't
wow.
do anything." I'm like, yeah, you could fucking say something. There's a sign that says, we have the right to refuse anyone.
Yeah.
And there is such a sign. So get your head out of your ass.
Okay. I live in San Diego, downtown in Gaslamp. I'm like,
Gas lamp. I love it.
okay. Yeah. No. Have you been there lately?
No, I've not.
We have homeless. So when I go to CVS, Ross, or the grocery store down the street, I have to look outside to see what ones that are gonna, I have to be a little bit, I have a taser and pepper spray, forget it. I don't even have pepper spray. That's a waste of
That's
time.
so yeah.
I got the taser off of Amazon, and my boyfriend was walking home from Crisp. It's a pizza place, home, and this homeless guy goes whack and knocked
Whoa.
the pizza out. And I go, "What did you do?" And he goes, "He was very dirty, and I was not going to have anything to do with the guy because I can get something from him." And I was like, man, this is like when you tell people I live in LA or I live in San Diego, they're like, ooh. And I'm like, you don't know our homeless situation. Hold on. Yeah, we have the greatest weather ever, the greatest, but I got to pick my moment to go to freaking CVS, to get eyelash glue. That's it.
Well, you could walk out of there with it because it's under nine. Now it's 1,500, not 900. We're in a food crisis, and people are allowed to steal up to $1,500 in food at like a Whole Foods, and they're not going to do anything. So
Yeah.
you can always go to a Whole Foods in another area. You're in like go like an hour and a half away where they won't like wear a baseball hat and like a mask and go in and just take the shit and just walk out because you're not going to go back to that Whole Foods ever again.
Yeah,
Not giving that advice. Yeah.
And I was in CVS and I think I was getting wine, and a homeless guy came in, and the guy goes, "Hey, you didn't pay for that," and he ran out. And I'm like going, he goes, "I'm not chasing the guy for a freaking candy bar." And he goes, "It's not worth my life." I go, I get it. And I go, my God, what happened to San Diego? What is going on? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's just like when I tell people where I live, they're like, "Ooh, you're poshy, right?" Or "Ooh, bougie. That's very bougie." And I go, I live in a studio loft, and it's very expensive to live here, and parking costs extra, storage costs extra. You're paying for everything. It's
Yeah.
just no, but don't get me wrong. I do love San Diego. I love it. I love where I live. I love being near my family. This is why after my divorce, I used to live in Chicago. I moved back to be in California to be near all my brothers, and my dad's still alive. So my mom passed away 5 years ago, and 6 years ago now. But I wanted to be near home. You know what I mean? I'm one to sacrifice. We've moved place to place to place in wrestling. I can make a hotel work. That's at Red Roof. I can make that work, but I do have 2 dogs, but
Oh my God, Red Roof. That's really a thing. I totally forgot about
you
the
remember
Red.
that? Like the 10th stay is free. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Red Roof.
The itchy towels.
I liked the Good Night Inn or the Sleep Inn. It was really comfortable. But I think like anywhere is home really. We're like, I love Perkins. Like I ate at some damn great restaurants. That was some fine dining. Now, yeah, Perkins, Cracker Barrel, and you get like
I
really
miss
cool
Cracker Barrel.
I love Cracker Barrel. They don't. I think
Do you have a Cracker Barrel in LA? We don't have one.
no, but we could always get the stuff shipped here from there, I think. But
No,
it's not the same as sitting
It's
there
not
and
the
smelling
same.
the
It's not
cinnamon
fresh.
cream. Exactly. You have like the fireplace, the checkers, and everything, and you have the people with
Oh,
the
you remember the candles? What were the candles? Yankee candles?
Yankee
Was it
Candle.
Yankee?
Yeah, they're still around.
Oh my, yeah, but they're not available here around my stores. But remember Cracker Barrel? You would go to near the candles. You're like, oh my God, this
I
is
just like the store in the front. But yeah, it's like a thing. I like the the breakfast hash brown with the cheese in it. You just gain weight like thinking about these things.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to know about your podcast about grown ass women. I want you to tell us about that because that
Okay.
seems like a lot of fun. It's a fun thing to watch, by the way.
Okay, well, it came up when COVID started. Mickey James and wanted to do it with Alicia Fox, but Alicia Fox, I don't think she's like into the limelight kind of thing anymore. She has her own business like crystals and stuff like that. And Mickey reached out to SoCal Val, and they were like, "Well, should we have a third girl?" And then Val, the both of them go, "Let's reach out to Lisa." They called me 10 minutes. I go, "I'm in." They're like, "Are you serious?" And I go, "Let's do it. I'm not doing anything. I'm home. Let's do it." She goes, "We're going to do PJs and drink wine and then just shoot the shit." We didn't have a script at the beginning. And then now we have guests and occasional guests. And sometimes just it's nice to just do all three of us, because when you have a guest, you have to plug in their stuff. You know what I mean? And then people want to know what we're doing too about our appearances and stuff like that. But we don't want to be inconsiderate to the guests, let them plug it in and stuff like that. But we're having fun, but it is time consuming. You have somebody that edits your show.
Yeah.
SoCal Val, SoCal Val does the editing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do edit some things on my own. Like when we're done, like I'll go shoot the intro, then I'll just put that separately. My other show I do have on Rumble, I edit that myself sometimes, but they're going to have an editor.
It's a lot of work.
Well, it's easy. It's super simple because I used iMovie before. I was working for AOL Noise Creep when I lived in Europe, and I'd edit a lot of my heavy metal interviews. I mean, if you set aside the extra hour, it's fine, but that's another hour I could be doing something,
It's how many hours do you like?
There are not enough hours in a day.
No, there's not. Yeah. There's not. Like, SoCal Val does OnlyFans. We have a Patreon page. We have the Got TV. We and we have other podcasts. Like, thank you for having me on your show, by the way. I'm very honored. I'm very honored. And and then getting your normal, I got to get mail out. I got to ship some stuff out. I got 8x10s to ship out. Oh no, I got to go to the bank. I got to go pay rent, and I got to go. For me, my parking, they don't take freaking online payment. What person does? So I got to go take a check, a money order. They don't take checks, a money order to them, but I pay 3 months in advance. But it's just, and then when you have Comic Cons, you have Wrestle Cons, you're packing the day before, and you're like going, okay, let me wash my hair, let me shave, let me put a good tanning coat on, let me be prepared for this. It's just ongoing. And I think we talked about this last time. It's like wrestlers after the fact still have to hustle for a living, to make a living. It's not like we're getting a royalty check. We make our own money. We're independent contractors, and people don't realize that, Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying because being used a full-time job, but it's I still have to get mail order out. I try to do it like in the morning when I'm up having my coffee, then I'll just
Me
sit there
too.
and find the stuff. And that's when you do it, because then, okay, wait, I can go to the mail, I can go to the post and send it now or send it later, but at least it's done, and it's a tedious thing. People don't get it. And, maybe it's on an ugly side of it, because I'm very grateful that people are buying the photos.
You're right. You're right. We're not saying, oh man, I gotta do this.
But
Thank God they still buy stuff from us. But at the same time, you're like, I don't have enough time in the day. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta steam clean the carpets. Like, that I really do. I have to steam clean the carpets a little bit later. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I'm too critical. I'm very controlling. Like, if I hire somebody, it's not gonna be a good job.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like the thing, and then I said it's like one day out of the week if I got to go see the dentist, which I still have no cavities. I'm so happy. I've never had a cavity in my life. It's crazy. Like, you go to dentist, and like one dentist said you have through cavities. Another one said you have a root canal.
I know.
So how do you have done that? Isn't there some danger in that, and just yanking someone's tooth out just for the sake of the insurance money? Or, then they don't have that. There's got to be some danger to it.
I can't believe you even have time in the day to go to the dentist. I
love her.
I love getting my teeth clean. I know it hurts sometimes, but I feel like so refreshed after I love that. I had a discussion with my friend, like, when you go trick-or-treating in the country club area and you get the dentist and they give you the teeth cleaning stuff. And I go, I used to always purposely go there to get the really good oral toothbrush and stuff like that. But to find, like, honestly, I have to go see the doctor about my hormones. Remember, we were talking about menopause. We're going through, and she goes, are you available this date? And can you tell on my refrigerator, I have paper calendars because I need to see my days
Yeah, me too.
laid
Yep.
laid
I
out.
have a
I'm
book
old
for it.
school going, okay, wait, I need an hour of the day just to be by myself and just recoup. And I'm like, I had to make it in 2 months. My next doctor appointment's 2 months.
Yeah, but that's how it is. Like I like old school appointment books, even though I could like just do this and that, and
Can
just
you
go
do it on
that
your
way.
phone? Can you do it on your phone? I don't know how to do it.
I don't like doing it on my
I
phone.
don't either because I don't want to see just a dot. I need to say exactly what I'm doing and how long it's there for. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but it's good to look at it in the morning. And then, it's just you want to set aside one day to go to all the doctors in one day, if you can, right? Get your
Yes.
workout in maybe early in the morning or later, and then go do your things, even if you got 2 doctors.
Yeah. Yeah.
Depends on how many you see. Yeah, but yeah, that's how it usually works. Best for me. But I don't believe in using an online calendar like that. I don't like it. I much rather have it there in front of me so I see. I don't
Me
want to
too.
take a photo and just have it there. So tell us, like, I want you to tell everyone, and I know you don't like plugging your stuff, but tell everyone where they can find you online and what you have coming up, because I know you're always busy doing stuff. And do you ever think you're going to get back in the ring again?
If the money is right, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm going to be honest. And if the storyline is okay, what is expected of me, I'm 51. I got to think about my body, and, we're not young whippersnappers anymore, and it has to be worth my time. And I'm not just going to go, hey, just have this match and put her over. And I'm like, I don't know this girl. I've never worked with her. It's very risky. I'm a little older in my, my bones, and, like, my back is messed up, and I've never had surgery or anything like that, but I just got to take care of me, and I come first finally in my life, not my career. Like, I got to think about myself and my future. But you can follow us on God TV show, youtube.com God TV show, and Earl Hepner's our next guest, and then we have Vince Russo coming up, and
That's fun.
I love Vince Russo. Don't you just love him?
He's adorable.
I think he's so handsome. I think he's handsome.
Yeah, and yeah, he's so funny and easygoing. I was on his show once before, but I think if he wasn't working for if he was not working for such a right wing Christian conservative place, it would have been different. I mean, not all right wingers are conservatives, but they were like far right, freaking, like, it makes Ted Nugent look normal. And that's saying a lot, because let me tell you, when I saw his show, he's showing people how to cock a gun on his show. It's like,
oh, I never seen that.
oh, no. I'll send you the video because I taped it. He's on Real America's Voice. He's like, yeah, and Uncle Ted, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I said, someone's gonna hurt themselves.
Oh man,
He's good doing music, but he makes Republicans and that whole, like, conservative, they look psychotic when you have people like that doing shit like this.
I've never seen him talk about that. When we talk,
you don't want to.
It's when I asked him, hey, would you be on our show? Are you available this Tuesday, tomorrow, to be on our show? I don't know when this is going to air.
That's Ted Nugent, not Vince Russo. Ted Nugent.
I'm thinking Vince Russo. I go, no, he cocks a gun.
I went out a spiral.
Oh, God. I was like, no, don't tell me about him.
No.
Okay.
I think with Vince, like, if he wasn't working for those crazy people, it would have been different.
I think he's independent now.
Yeah, now he is. But when he was working there as a booker at WCW, I think it was a whole.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so stupid because half the girls that they had working there were like escorts, and then they were like working in strip clubs. So what difference did it make, really?
Okay.
You're like, really?
I did not know this. Okay. But I did ask him, could you be I'm so sorry to ask you so late. And this was last Thursday. Would you be on our show? Like, can we interview? Are you available Tuesday? He goes, I might actually get a haircut for your guys' show.
Oh,
I go, oh, you
alone.
And I said, yeah, I go, do you watch it? And he goes, I'm a huge fan of your guys' show. And I go, wow. And I told the girls, he goes, oh my God, we love him. But we're always thinking everybody, like when you reach out to guests, you're like, wow, they have a really busy life. I don't know if they could squeeze in our podcast. Like, it's tough to get guests that you're interested in. You know what I mean? It's really hard because everybody's schedule is so messed up, or they don't work this certain day or they don't work this certain day. And it's a lot of, but I love Vince Russo. He's one of my crushes. I just think he's so New York and so rugged and just
How you doing, baby?
Fuck that. I just love that guy. I just love him. Yeah. But
that's fun.
Yeah, okay. And then also too, my Instagram is very easy. Instagram, Twitter at Real Lisa Marie. That's easy. My Facebook is, I think it's Lisa Marie Varon. I have two. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what the exact addresses are.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we'll find you.
I don't have TikTok yet.
I just
It's too much. It's too much.
And like Snapchat, like all these apps just to do one thing. It's like I don't bother with that. Do you have any appearances coming up soon? Any signings anytime?
Yeah, I do.
Where and when? Let me go look at my calendar.
I do. I have to look at my calendar. You know me so well.
It's cute.
I have a sports card convention with Godfather and Rikishi in
Where?
Sacramento area, November 13th weekend.
Okay, so November 13th.
Yeah. But
okay.
I was gonna do big event in WrestleCade, but I can't do conventions where I had to fly myself out and then put myself up in a hotel.
Yeah,
it's just so risky. There's so many wrestlers there, and I gotta pump the brakes because I am gonna let you know I'm trying this Whatnot out again. Saturday again, and I'm hoping I can just stay home once in a while and do my online, because you know what, Jasmine, what I found out about that Whatnot one, it's like an Instagram live post and people can comment, and people were asking about wrestling. So if they weren't buying anything, I was still answering questions. At least it wasn't a dull moment that I can answer the questions. And I had a friend of mine going, hey, the shoes sold, or my tennis shoes sold that I wore with gear, and she'll keep an eye on that, but I want to be engaged with the fans. But you need you just need somebody in the background to make them a moderator.
I suck at that. It's nothing against fans. I just really, really suck at that. I mean,
but I'd rather do it myself than have somebody run it for me.
No, I know what you're saying, but I can't sit there and do this, and this.
No. But I have my friend do it. So I'm just talking, and then I'll get a text going, okay, that's sold. And then I'll just put it on the side. Okay, that's sold. I go, okay, guys, I have this 8x10 for sale. That kind of
that's
thing.
different. Yeah, that
it's very live. It's live. Yeah. And I just do the and have somebody else, do the work, okay, put that to the side. I'll tell you how to sign it later. That kind of thing.
Tell you how to sign it. Or have them sign it. I can do that. But no, that's good. So thank you
for having me on the show
too. And I want to come on your show sometime soon, because that'll be a lot of fun. We can have some French rosé and do some fun stuff.
Oh yeah, we get crazy on ours. So
we could do a facial night where we have like our beauty masks on and they don't know it's us. No, they'll know.
No. No. I've always wanted to do the face mask thing, but I think I'm the only one that wants to do the mask, the clay mask. Or
those are great. They're the best. Like if you mix Aztec clay with apple cider vinegar, it's really intense, but it's good. That's how I clean my pores out.
Yeah, I love that mix.
Yeah, it's amazing. People they undermine us sometimes when we tell them about these things. But yeah, thanks for hopping.
People, fans, you guys don't know what goes in face. Yeah, it goes.
That's why I always post photos and videos of it, so you know what we're doing. But thanks for hopping on board.
I love you so much.
Love you too, Boo Boo, and stay in touch.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, sister from another mister.
Yes. And everyone, thanks for tuning in and hopping on board for the ride at Crazy Train. I hope you're enjoying the ride on Crazy Train with Jasmine St. Clair podcast. So if you are, do me a huge, huge favor. Please go ahead. Go on to Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever, but Apple's great. Give me a nice rating and review. Send me a screenshot, and I promise you, I will send you a special goodie bag. So please rate and review Crazy Train with Jasmine St. Clair podcast. And in exchange for that, once I see the DM with the review and your name and address, I will get those gift bags out to you. I'm not going to tell you what's in it.